Rhubarb Johnson with your wrestling fans. This match here, Excentrico, the eccentric one, from parts unknown. In this match from Tampere, Finland, and the month of February 2011, Excentrico, fan favorite, gonna be squaring off against the Canadian rebel StarBuck. And look out, Excentrico, don't be too overambitious now. Don't want to hurt yourself before you get in the ring. Known to take a few risks every now and then in his matches. And Excentrico, truly an aspiring young wrestler. Rather over-exuberant at times, nonetheless. Now, Robert Holmstrom, former referee, and the current ring announcer of FCF Wrestling in Finland, ushering in the arrival of the Canadian rebel himself, StarBuck, to this match. And I believe this was from the mid part of February. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was February 12th, 2011 in Tampere, Finland. And here you see the pioneer of Finnish professional wrestling, the Lord of FCF, as he's known in Japan. The Lord of FCF, StarBuck, the Canadian rebel, coming to the ring, greeting the fans at ringside as the Eye of the Tiger blares in the background. And now the rebel up to the ring apron, greeting the fans on hand. StarBuck, the Canadian rebel, against Excentrico. This match from February 2011 in Tampere, Finland. And StarBuck getting rid of his t-shirt now, preparing for this matchup. As Excentrico in one corner, StarBuck in the other, and the referee signals for the bell. We are underway, wrestling fans. And these fans in Tampere getting ready for this one, as Excentrico extends his hand in a sportsmanlike fashion to the rebel. And now we are underway. The pleasantries taken care of, if you will. Collar elbow lockup as Buck takes Excentrico to the ring ropes. And now Excentrico tied up, and Buck rather aggressive. Maybe just waking up the young man now, just telling him to get your working shoes on. This is not going to be a walk in the park. And Excentrico now getting this crowd behind him. And a second collar elbow lockup. And Excentrico getting caught in a full Nelson. StarBuck turning around Excentrico. Now snapmare and rear chin lock. But no, Excentrico slipping out. Hammerlock, and Buck makes it to the ropes, facilitating the break as the referee steps out of the way. Now, once again, Excentrico wants to get this crowd into the match, get the crowd behind him. He is the decided underdog in this one-on-one encounter with the Canadian rebel. Now, StarBuck shooting off Excentrico in the ropes, and a big shoulder tackle. Buck, the larger man, taking Excentrico down with a shoulder tackle, now hammering a big forearm shot to Excentrico right between the shoulder blades. And again to the neck this time, Dick Murdoch style. Elbow and a big headbutt rocking the young man Excentrico. Now Buck sending Excentrico across the ring into the ropes, Irish whip, and going for a clothesline, but ducking underneath is Excentrico, and going for the enziguri. Now Buck trying an elbow drop, but Excentrico out of the way with a big Big arm drag there, taking down the Rebel. Excentrico, not the worst for wear at this point in the match. And the quickness of the young upstart Excentrico on display in this match against the pioneer of Finnish professional wrestling, the Canadian Finn. Born to Finnish immigrant parents in Timmins, Ontario, Canada, back in 1973. Buck now firmly in control once again. Big chop to the chest of young Excentrico. Now off into the ropes. Excentrico. Buck going for the scoop and the slam. Excentrico slips behind. Goes for the roll-up, but no. Kicking away, and Buck now taking a big kick right into the mush. Into the chops. Excentrico this time nailing the enziguri kick to the back of the head. First time he tried, he missed. Now Excentrico up to the top rope. High risk. Buck woozy and moving out of the way. Excentrico crashes down to the mat. Sternum first. As the Canadian Rebel StarBuck showing the people why he is indeed a wily veteran who's been around the ring wars. Faced them all, from big to small. StarBuck. Side salto backbreaker. Shades of the Hitman Bret Hart from Canada also. 1, 2. StarBuck, of course, trained at the Hart Brothers Wrestling School in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The wrestling capital of the world, as his coach, Lance Storm, so adeptly had pointed out. And now a big clothesline in the corner to Excentrico. StarBuck continues the assault on this masked marvel. Double underhooking Excentrico. And now the suplex. Float over. And Excentrico's kidneys taking a pounding. Buck on top for the lateral press and the pin, but no. Excentrico kicking out, showing fighting spirit. And Buck cinches down with the reverse chin lock. Pulling Excentrico's chin downwards and backwards. As this crowd trying to breathe some life into the masked man to get him to rally back against the larger, more experienced StarBuck. But now Excentrico trying to create the break with elbows to the breadbasket, but StarBuck has seen that before. He's been there, done that, and now sending Excentrico to the ropes. And Excentrico, whoa, sunset flip, 1, 2. StarBuck clips the ears. Excentrico gets a body slam for his troubles. And the crowd on hand here in Tampere from February 2011. Now, once again, rallying as Buck comes off the second rope with a big elbow to the back of the neck. 1, 2, but no. Excentrico once again kicking out. Refusing to stay down is Excentrico. And make no mistake about it, the underdog Excentrico has really got to man up at this point because Buck is all over him. Buck is pounding a hole into the young man. In the corner, and a big kick as Buck once again, big elbow to the top of the head. And asking, does Excentrico have what it takes to stay in the game? Now, Buck from corner to corner. Excentrico now moving out of the way just in the nick of time, and Excentrico kicking Buck right in the side of the head up to the top rope. This time Excentrico high cross body press and a count of 1, just barely a count of 2. Excentrico with a kick to the breadbasket. Now Buck turns the momentum around, but Excentrico with a flying head scissor. As Buck into the ring corner, Excentrico takes a big boot, running in. Buck up to the second rope and coming off with no! Excentrico awake. He had his eyes wide open behind that mask. Saw what Buck was going for, caught him with a drop kick now. Big guillotine type springboard leg drop. 1, 2, and Buck kicking out. Making his way to the corner as Excentrico now has seemingly got a second wind in this match. Getting back into it. Now running towards the Rebel. Now looking for a monkey flip, but no. Buck dropping Excentrico down face first into the top turnbuckle. And Excentrico is on Dream Street. And look out, because now Buck hooking up Excentrico for his patented spike pile driver, head down into the mat, covering a very lackadaisical pin, but all it takes is a count of 3, and your winner in this match, the Canadian Rebel StarBuck.